Hi, my name's Craig. Thought I'd make some videos about what it's like to have rotator cuff surgery. Um, Going into it, I was really nervous and kind of looked around on YouTube and Googled some stuff, and there's some pretty good videos and stuff, but I thought I'd make my own just to share what my experience was like. Not a huge fan of my sound of my own voice and probably look like shit right now, but it's not really for me. It's hopefully something that can help ease the minds of other people and I don't know, maybe help a little bit. But I was injured about 2 months, 2.5 months ago at work. Felt a pulling and a pop in my shoulder, followed by some heat. Um, Went to the hospital and had X-rays done. They said that the bones seemed fine, but to see an orthopedic surgeon who had me do some more X-rays and an MRI where they found that my labrum was torn from 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock, and that my front rotator cuff was torn. And being my age, I'm 35. The doctor said that he recommended surgery to give me a decent quality of life later on down the road. Some of you might know or might not know, workers' comp is not quick. Things went pretty slowly. Everything has to be approved by workers' comp and my company's MCO and me, and then everything has to be signed, and it's a process to go through. But today was my surgery date. I actually found out, today's Wednesday, I found out last Friday at 10 till 5 that I could get surgery either today or I'd have to wait until the day before Thanksgiving, which would have ruined my holidays. So I opted for today, and I just wanted to share what my experience was like. As you can see, I got my little sling and wearing a shirt. They gave me a little cool guy thing here, but I'm not allowed to touch or poke at it or my wife will freak out at me. So yeah, I went in about 2 hours before the surgery. It was orthoscopic surgery, so they do it through the tubes with cameras and all that. Um, Got in a couple hours early. They did the prep, which basically was just sign a bunch of paperwork. They took me in back. They did the IV, checked with me 100 times to make sure I was doing the right shoulder, the correct shoulder. After that, they put you on an IV drip for fluids. You're not allowed to eat or drink for 12 hours or whatever after midnight the night before. So I hadn't eaten, and at this point it was like 3 o'clock. So I was 3 p.m. So I was pretty hungry, but they put me on the drip, and then the anesthesiologist came in, gave me, I think he said it was fentanyl, which kind of made me feel loopy and giggly, and didn't really have the nerves anymore. Then they give me a nerve block, which goes in your neck, which is kind of terrifying to think of. Them kind of sticking you in the neck with a needle that basically paralyzes your arm, but it really wasn't bad. The fentanyl or whatever the giggle juice was kind of made me not really care about that. I was still coherent and I was still with it, but it made the whole thing a little less scary. After that, I went back into the surgery room, had to scoot over and lay on the table. They had the anesthesiologist came over and was talking to me, and then they gave you the gas, which for me, the gas smelled like compressed air, canned air. It smelled terrible, but you only had to deal with it for about 3 seconds before you fall asleep. Next thing I knew, I was awake and in the recovery room. Said I did really well, and I probably spent about a half hour in there. I sat on a little chair, just kind of getting my marbles together. So they take you out and get you in the car, and they give you medicines for nausea and pain, which they don't really want you to be on the pain pills for too long because of everything that's been going on with the opioid pandemic or epidemic, which I totally understand. Because of the block, I don't really feel any pain right now. I can move my fingers, but I can't move my arm at all. Like physically can't. If I had, if you offered me $1 million, I couldn't lift my arm right now. Not because of pain, but just because it's just a dead arm on me right now. My fingers kind of feel fuzzy or sandy, like when if you sit on the toilet too long and your legs start to feel fuzzy. Maybe that's just a me thing, but so yeah, I've already started the regimen of taking the meds. I have to sleep in this chair as a recliner. They don't want you to lay flat when you're sleeping because your shoulder will push back, and that can cause pain and complicate things. So yeah, this is my bed in my home for the next at least 6 weeks. But I thought I'd make some videos to maybe ease the minds of other people, and if anyone has questions, feel free to ask. I'll do my best to answer them. I can't really type right now, but even if after the fact, I'd be happy to answer any questions. So yeah, more to follow.